Very good evening, everyone. I welcome all of you to 138th online meeting of Toastmaster Club of Lucknow. I request all the participants present here, please unmute yourself and put your camera on and give a huge round of applause for your presence. Meanwhile, I will share my screen. Intellectual property is a key aspect for economic development. Well said quote by Craig Winter. So the more great minds we will have, the more scopes, the more options we can create to boost our economy. Before we move forward, let me read out our club mission, directions, and guidelines. Our mission is to provide a conducive, supportive, and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now coming to directions, ensure that you are logged in with your correct name. It will help us to identify you easily. All speakers, role takers are requested to add the name of their role next to their name. All the guests are requested to prefix guest before their name. It can be done by clicking the participants tab to rename yourself. Know when your camera is on and avoid doing any activity that may distract the speaker. Please mute your microphone except when it's your turn to speak to avoid background noises from interrupting the meeting. Please unmute your microphone and start your video when the Toastmaster of the day or the table topics master asks you to do so. Let the host and co-host handle all the controls. Sergeant at Arms guidelines refrain from speaking about religion, sex, and politics in a derogatory manner. Avoid interjecting the speaker when he or she is delivering a speech. Evaluation or report. Avoid conversations in chat publicly when someone is speaking, as it may distract the speaker. Please raise your hand to volunteer during table topics session to speak. Look out for the green, yellow, and red colored cards on the screen. They will be displayed by the timer at the appropriate times. At the end of every segment, please cast your ballot when the host displays the polls. Now, please allow me to introduce today's presiding officer, who is the president of Toastmaster Club of Lucknow and proudly tells himself as a friendly neighborhood Toastmaster who is living in Noida at present. He is looking for a stable dwelling after having worked and in different places, institutions, and club with a very positive attitudes. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome with a huge round of applause today's presiding officer, a charismatic personality, Toastmaster Jatin. Toastmaster Jatin, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Sergeant Knobs. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction for the meeting as well, and especially for me. I'm not sure about my charisma, but hopefully it does rub on the meeting itself. Now, hello, one and all. Welcome once again to Toastmasters Club of Lucknow and to our meeting number 130, which we generally conduct every Sunday. But so now let's talk about. Toastmaster Suraj said something that I like to call myself friendly neighborhood Toastmasters. He already explained what the club's mission is to provide a conducive environment to all its members. But how can that be done without having some fun in the meeting? You can't just keep on learning. All work and play, no play makes Jack a dull boy or makes Jatin a dull boy for sure. So that's not what our motto is. The motto here in our club is to have as much as fun as possible while learning or honing our skills. And since we are your friendly neighborhood Toastmasters, we just in this online world, we just Zoom or WhatsApp call away. So please feel free to reach out to us anytime that you need any help. That being said, today we already have a few guests who have joined us for the very first time. We have already interacted with Dolly and Kriti. And Vaishnavi, welcome back once again. She was here last week, so glad that you could make it again this time. Even though you are a little sick, we hope you get well soon. Uh, we also have Aisha. Aisha, are you able to talk? Turn on your video or at least unmute yourself and talk. Aisha? Aisha? Whenever I do this, who remembers this uh, this scene or from a movie, or it was in social media I've spent a lot, wherein you have this reporters and coordinators, reporters and journalists talking from then to each other while like, are you able to hear? Uh, Over to you. Are you able to hear? Over to you. Are you able to hear? And that's what generally happens in Zoom calls. Without letting that happen to our meeting, we just proceed. We hope that Dolly and Kriti, you do stay with us throughout the meeting in order to participate in the meeting as well. And then towards the end, be able to share your thoughts and feedback to us, just like Vaishnavi did the last time, and she is here back again. Hopefully, she liked it. So, but how would you be able to do that? How would you able to be? How would you be able to participate in our meeting? And what is it? It's there in what is there in it for you? Is something that generally a Toastmaster for the day who conducts, who's a different person every meeting, who conducts a meeting according to a particular theme chosen by him or her. And today's Toastmaster of the day is none other than our Vice President Education, Abhinav Chauhan. For Abhinav, he is working in Vedanta Group for his bread and butter, but he likes more of music and audiobooks and watching movies. He was last term he was our vice president membership during the term where I believe I and Archita joined the club and are continuing the club with because we are so happy with it and are able to learn from it. But then what does Abhinav have in store for us today is what he will tell us. Please put your hands together for him. Toastmaster of the day, Abhinav Chauhan.
Good evening, everyone. So, Chalta hai India, what it is. But before I dive into the theme, what it is, it unfolds for everyone. I want to how the meeting will go ahead. First, there is a prepared speech section where the speaker will speak, and there is second section, table topic section, where the guest can participate without any preparation. It's an impromptu section where you can speak 1 to 2 minutes on any topic. It is given by our table topic master. And the third section is the evaluation section. Without it, I cannot think that everyone or anyone can improve. So without any further delay, I start Chalta Hai India. So Chalta Hai India is, I will say that in a quirky way, what it is. Chalta Hai is kind of a attitude we have or we don't have. But I want to say one thing that I want to give one example that it is like you have seen public dustbins in in India, and there are other everywhere. You have seen there is some garbage around it. Maybe because of the reason that it is overflown, or maybe some people try to test their hitting a wicket skills, like a cricket skills, to aim it to put down the packet or to put down the paper or something else. So what is Chalta Hai? I have one video to share that you will get a idea that what is Chalta Hai. So I am sharing the screen.
एक्चुअली मैं डिस्कवर 125 ही लेने वाला था, पर पप्पा ने कहा कुछ ऐसा लो जो फास्ट ना जाती हो, इसलिए ले ली। डिस्कवर नहीं है पर चलता है।
इन्हें डिस्कवर 125 चाहिए थी, पर मैंने कहा अब शादी वादी हो गई है, ज्यादा पिकअप दिखा के किसी को इम्प्रेस करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं, इसीलिए दिल भाई
चलता है। मैंने सोचा बॉस कहेगा कि ज्यादा पावरफुल इंजन लेके मुझसे आगे निकलना चाहता है, तो मैंने ले ली। डिस्कवर वाली बात नहीं है, पर चलता है।
चलता है तो बस चलता ही है, डिस्कवर नहीं है। DTSI powered Bajaj Discover 125.
So what I trying to convey that it is a theme for today's session. There are many things in our life that we face that we do not care about it, maybe whatever reasons. So before I explain more further that what chalta hai and regarding that in what there are many different sections, but I'm going to focus on one section that is related to us, but it is near to our home. It is outside our home, and we use it for day to day life. But before that, uh, I want to uh, hand over the stage to our general evaluator, Jatin, to introduce her tag team.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. General evaluator. Well, general evaluator is a person who is responsible for conducting the evaluation section of a Toastmasters meeting. As Toastmasters, we feed on feedback, which is the most important section of any Toastmaster meeting that tells its members on how did they do in that meeting in order to help them improve their skills. And in order to do that, it's not just one person, not just the general evaluator. There's a whole team of evaluators and role players that helps conduct this section. First, we have a prepared speech evaluator who will evaluate the prepared speaker for the day. Now, today, the prepared speech evaluator is a very distinguished person. He is our associate club growth director of District 124. He is also the founding member of this club, but his introduction will happen later when he's invited upon by the Toastmaster of the day. So I'll not repeat that. But now, but moving on to the other role players for this meeting, who is a team, a tag team as we call it, who keep a very who keenly observe each and every aspect of the meeting that's required to help it improve, and that's why we call them the eagle eye role players. The first role player from this tag team, let me invite our grammarian Devika Chaudhary to introduce herself and the role as well. Over to you, Devika.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So, good evening, everyone. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers and role takers, listen carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any misuses of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, phrases, or idioms. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce you to the word of the day and the phrase of the day. So the word of the day is audacious, meaning showing a willingness to take risk or offend people. Example, we need to be more audacious in what we say and do. And phrase of the day is face the music, meaning face the unpleasant consequences of one's actions. Example, if you break the rules, be prepared to face the music. I would request everyone to use the word of the day and phrase of the day as much as possible. I will uh, I will give you the report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you and over.
Thank you, Madam Grammarian. Could you please post, can I request you to post the word and phrase of the day in the chat for everyone to refer to?
Okay, okay.
All right. And then in order to encourage the speakers to use the word and phrase of the day, whenever somebody does that, I request people to either show a thumbs up or use the thumbs up emoji reaction on Zoom. That will help us surely be motivated to be able to improve our vocabulary. I just had one question for Devika though. So does that mean that if we are too audacious, we should be ready to face the music? Well, let's see. Okay, our next role player is our counter, and our counter is none other than our the handsome young vice president public relations, who has a balance of food and exercise, and that's what keeps him so fit and healthy. But let's see what has he so. So, our counter, please introduce yourself and the role. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jatin, for giving me a new thing in every introduction. Like I got to know that I am handsome. So hello everyone, I'm the counter. My role as a counter is to count the number of and filler phrase and filler words people often use in their speeches. I recommend you all to not use filler words like etc. And filler phrases like I think that you know what I'm trying to say, and filler words like well, okay, so like basically. I will note down all these things. And yeah, one more thing. While delivering a speech, you should also take care of your body gestures. Like, don't rub your nose while speaking. Like, yeah, I'm speaking and I'm rubbing my nose, or I'm looking here and I'm talking to you. That's not the right way. It may lead to face the music in future while you are delivering any speech. I will present my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by general evaluator. Back to general evaluator.
Thank you, our counter, and thank you for not only explaining the role beautifully, but also giving us the right kind of thread to help us improve on that. But one point to note that if I'm looking at you, you are like at the right point in my screen where I have to sort of lean forward in order to look at you. So don't consider it the wrong way. So I'm not being audacious by focusing into you. All right. Next we have our last but not least, a very important role play from the tag team, who has just in the nick of time volunteered to take up this role. So I would like to invite our next role player, Timer. Manvi, please come onto the virtual dice, improve yourself and the role, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Journal Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest present here. I, being the timer of the meeting, will be helping you out with the timing cues. And for the timings, the prepared speeches are of 5 to 7 minutes. I'll be using my virtual background, so please keep a note of that. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. For the prepared speeches, there is a grace period of 30 seconds on either sides. For the table topics, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be showing the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. Please make a note. In the table topics, we only have the grace period on the above side. So any speaker who speaks for 1 minute and 2 minute 30 seconds is qualified. So try to be on time so that you don't get disqualified. For the evaluations, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. I'll be showing the green card at 2 minutes. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. Again, for the evaluations, we have the grace period of 30 seconds on either sides. That was all from my side. I'll be sharing my report whenever the general evaluator calls upon. Thank you so much. The general evaluator, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Madam Timer. Grateful to you for that wonderful explanation and also taking up the role. That being said, I, as the general evaluator, would also keep a tab on not only the overall happenings in the meeting as to how is it progressing, but also how the role players are doing, so that I can share my thoughts or opinion on how could they've improved to the next level. And I would present my report towards the end of the meeting when called upon by Toastmaster of the day. Now, without further ado, I'd like to hand this stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Abhinav Chauhan. Thank you.
So I said that the thing I'm going to talk about, the aspect I'm going to talk about, it is related to day-to-day life, and it is near to our own. So someone wants to guess that what it is. Any wild guess? Any guesses what it is? Okay. So it is related to roads of India. The roads you on those roads you ride daily something, you walk or you do something to go to office and do for means use it for any purpose, for whatever purpose. So why this topic roads of India chalta hai, what it is the connection? Let's I want to give you the glimpse of the what the length of the roads and what is the quality of the roads and what how much we have improved since independence. But before that, I want to give you a little bit history about it, Indian roads. So in ancient India, when there is the Indus Valley civilization, approximately 4000 BC. There is a there is a they found that the researcher found that there is a paved road. Paved road means there is a hard surface road found in Indus Valley civilization. In Earth Shastra, total Earth Shastra, there is a talk about rules, mechanism of chariots, and especially and interestingly, use of tolls was it is written on the Kautilya Arthashastra. And in Mauryan Empire, there is Rajpath and Vanikpath, means highways and merchant ways. In Ashoka time, there is a there is a there is a trees, there is wells for the humans and animals to drink water and to get some rest. In the Mughal era, the road building is got means it got some thrust because of the trade. And you have heard one person name is very famous regarding the road, and it is related to the roads. What it is? Can somebody wants to guess?
GT Road.
Yeah, GT Road. Yeah, today is it called GT Road. But it is Sher Shah Suri Road. It is called Sher Shah Suri Road in the ancient era or before British renamed it. So Sher Shah Suri has renovated Mauryan Empire Road and it uh, it is connected North India to Kabul in the east. So today is called Trunk Road, or it is a part of Grand Quadrilateral of India in the north side. After that, what happened? After that, there is British came and there is a PWD department. What is the what they work? Their work is to build the road, but they found it expensive and focus on railways. So because of that, we do not develop so much roads in the British era. And before I'm going to talk about that, what after happened, what I'm going to the next section, our prepared speeches section. So I will call upon the evaluator TM Asankhya.
Hi, Toastmaster Abhinav. Thank you so much. Just allow me a second. I'm just turning on my camera. I'll just start. In the meanwhile, I'll proceed with my introduction and my evaluation as to how I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Suraj. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, dear guest. I'll be playing the role of speech evaluator for our speaker, Toastmaster Suraj. Toastmaster Suraj will be delivering his level 1 project 4. So, we have a pathways in Toastmasters that we follow, and Toastmaster Suraj has taken up the pathway that is dynamic leadership, and his objective is to deliver a speech, receive feedback on the speech, and incorporate certain feedbacks. So he has delivered one speech earlier on which he had received certain feedbacks on structuring his speech a little better, improving his tonality, and improving his eye contact. I'll be specifically marking him on these parameters, and I'll be presenting my report when called upon by the general evaluator towards the end. Before I hand the stage over to Toastmaster Suraj, a little about him. So he is someone who belongs to Vaishali. He hails from Bihar. He has done his graduation, and he's more into reading books, even audio books, and playing guitar as a hobby. So all the best, Toastmaster Suraj. That's all from my end. Toastmaster Suraj, a childhood so precious, Toastmaster Suraj. The stage is all yours.
What does childhood means to you? For me, well, childhood means simplicity. Very scintillating evening to all dear Toastmasters and dear guests. When I look back at my childhood, my face lights up with reminiscent smile. And even you can try it. Just try to remember any of your childhood thoughts and just see how you start smiling automatically. And my thoughts, when I try to look back at my childhood thoughts, I start moving towards a person, a very important person of my life, with whom I love spending lots of time, and I just keep spending time, and I will not bother about her presence, and even for an ounce of time. I never miss a chance to take her blessing, which have worked throughout my life, and I can experience it anywhere if I go for a special task or any kind of things, especially career related. Her serene and very peaceful thoughts has been the source of motivation and inspiration for me. Today, I work in Mumbai, hundreds of kilometers away from my hometown in Vaishali. But whenever I go home during leave, I drop my luggage as soon as possible, and I start having a feeling of intense energy to rush towards her. You know, when I approach her, our eyes and our facial expression, these two things talks. We don't need to take out sounds out of my mouth. We just exchange our face, face, I mean expression, and we realize that yes, we are having lots of talks, and I cannot, I cannot afford losing her in my life. She has really played a pivotal role in my upbringing, and even now, no one can understand my feeling more than her. My entire child has spent around her. Whenever I used to go to her, and then she used to ask lots of things, and without telling him, without communicating her, I used to feel, and I used to say that, yes, I'm enjoying with my friends. During my school days, as soon as I get over with my papers or get over with the classes, I would go out with my friends and I used to play on the trees, swinging from trees to trees. And I used to sit on the branches, or I used to post on the branches. Like today, you might see many kids sitting in front of television like a couch potato. All these things I used to do around Gangaji. Now, she has been too not saved my life. Like I would say, she has been a savior of my life also. Had she not been there, had she not saved me that day, I think you would not have been listening to this speech. There was a day, it was Sunday morning, and I was enjoying a bath with my father, and suddenly we faced a sudden a hit of current which pushed my father as well as me in a depth. My father, obviously, he was a good swimmer. He not only saved himself but also saved me. And I could sense that the blessing of Gangaji. Gangaji's motherly love has brought a drastic change in my life. Her serene thoughts. Apart from that, she has given me the feeling of having another mother in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, for last few years, I could see that she frequently goes far away from my village, and sometimes she flows above the green line. Maybe she is showing her anger. And once I spoke to her, then she told me that nowadays no one really cares about me. Nowadays there is a very few people who thinks of me, as she covers a long journey towards ocean, many factories, many different kinds of companies. I mean, obviously it's factories. They drain their toxic wastages into her. Also, people don't hesitate dumping lots of wastages, lots of dustbins, or I mean, near her. So, dear Toastmasters and guests, can't we have, or can't we run a individual campaign in our life, our respective lives, in which we will adopt such a task, such a activity, which will not only help us but also the environment. And if we help the environment to be free from this kind of very I mean, which can go against eco-friendly act, that will ultimately help our Gangaji to also to be free from all kinds of wastages, which will keep her pure and peaceful and very beautiful. Dear friends, let's take a place today and let's see that how many of us going to adopt such a lifestyle which will totally eco-friendly, and we will be having such an activities which will ultimately not only help us to lead a beautiful life in future, but also Our posterity will be proud of our deeds. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Kudos to you, Suraj, for your speech. And I think how you have delivered your speech and how it will be evaluate. We will see in the evaluation section there how you performed. So I was talking about that British era and what after independence, the road network. But you have think about that there is one ancient empire which has a famous line: all all roads lead to Rome. Why they said it? I don't know, but maybe I wonder that they maintained 50,000 miles of road network at that point of time. It is around 80,000 kilometers if you convert it in kilometers. So this is, I think, that's why they said all road leads to Rome. So come to India, that in 1951 we have 4 lakh kilometer road only 4 lakh kilometer road, and in 2001 when we see the statics, it is 30 lakh kilometers. Means we make approximately 28 lakhs kilometer road. To give you a per day calculation, that it is 150 kilometer per day we make for 5 decades. And from 2001 to 2021, the today's network is 62 lakhs. So approximately we made 400 kilometer road per day from 2001 to 2021. Yeah, 22 approximately. It is 400 kilometer per day roughly. So what it shows? It shows that we have no Chalta attitude in the road networking. We have one of the most dense network of the road compared to even US, even China. Even US, we have more than twice of dense network of US and China. And mind you that China and US is 3 times bigger than India in area. So in this regard, there is no Chalta attitude, but the quality of roads, what you say about? The quality of roads in India, I'm not talking about the highways or the national highways or state highways, because they are well maintained and they have in better condition compared to the roads which to in your like in your cities, in your villages. So what is the condition of those roads? I and we have found that the paved roads, means the hard surface roads, only to 40 to 50% of the total roads we maintained. The highways only 4 to 5% of the total road network. So 95% roads are or maybe not of that much good quality that it can be. And what is the one major problem about the quality of roads? The potholes. The potholes everywhere, small or big. But we, but we protested for it, or some means in some state it is done. In Raipur, they do religious ritual for naming the potholes after their government officials in Raipur. In Chhattisgarh, what do ritual, the people of the Chhattisgarh do rituals for naming the big potholes after CM, housing CM, and PWC CM. So there are some statements from the people that they they don't have Chalta attitude about these potholes. But at some places, it is not, like BMC. If we talk about Mumbai, that there are potholes there. There is so much rain around it. There is in rainy season, the potholes is the one of the biggest problem of BMC. But what they did in the present, that they have only concretization 5% of the roads. So, and they have received on note, they have received a notice from also the court that why you are not doing it, because rainy season will come in some days, and how will you complete it? So, and everyone has its own excuses that we don't have what the contractors, or we have don't enough contractors, whatever it is. But pothole conditions is unique to India? No. UK has pothole in 2008, 2011, 12. They have a site that, and there is no one pothole or 1,000 potholes. There are millions of potholes in UK. But what they do, regular maintenance, they improved it. But India, it is like in every season, pothole comes out. Whatever you do, it is funding problem, or it is a quality problem, or it is a Chalta problem. I will talk about more about later, but we will go into the next section, which is impromptu speaking, and it will be handled by Toastmaster Archita. So please have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Archita.
Hello, am I audible? So, good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Welcome to the second segment of Table Topics, or sorry, the Toastmasters meeting. So, we all are gathered here from different cultures and different uh, languages and different places, and we have our own perspectives and views on everything. So, table topics is all about sharing your ideas and views on any random topic, which I will give you. The table topic master will give you a random topic on which you have to speak for a minimum of 1 minute when the timer will show you the green card, and for a maximum of 2 minutes when the timer will show you the red card. You can also take the 30 seconds buffer time either sides of your speeches. Okay, and I encourage everyone to use word of the day, which is audacious, and phrase of the day, face the music in your speeches. So let's get started with the table topic session. Uh, Toastmaster of the day, I need the screen sharing rights. And before starting, I request any Toastmaster to come first as a table topic speaker, so the get and guests can get an idea with how table topics work. Okay, so Toastmaster Asankhya is here with us for the table topic session. So Toastmaster Asankhya, your topic is nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Toastmaster Asankhya.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Rachita, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests. A very good evening once again. Well, nobody is perfect. This is something that I do concur with. And I do feel with regards to our objective with regards to how we should carry our lives should not be to focus on perfection, but to try and make sure that we are giving our best every day whenever we are doing something and striving to be better. And again, be it Toastmasters, be it anything in our lives, if we are trying to do our best, at the end of the day, it won't, it will, if it's not perfection, it will feel somewhere closer or at par with somewhere closer to perfection, and that is how it keeps us motivated to go that extra mile again and again with every meeting, everything that we do in our day-to-day lives. Even in Toastmasters today, this is my second meeting that I am taking up a role in, and again just making sure that I try to do my best with regards to whichever role I take up, and being able to develop or give my feedback to my evaluator, the speaker today, or just participate in the table topics just helps me stay motivated and receive feedback, as well as what we try to do. I try to do it here in Toastmasters, and in every aspects of my life, I feel if we just make sure that we go that extra mile and give our best in that respective task that we are doing, it will eventually lead us not, if not to perfection, but somewhere close to perfection, and that will make all the difference at the end of the day. Side over to you, table topics master, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asankhya, for your views on this topic. So, rightly said that, well, nobody is perfect. That's why we are here in the Toastmasters meeting. Now, anyone who wants to participate for the next topic, any guests? Guest Vaishnavi, will you participate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
So let me share the screen. So guest Vaishnavi, life is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Life
Yeah.
is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Guest Vaishnavi.
Okay, so I will begin with the things that like I'm facing in my life. So life is a box of chocolate. I genuinely believe that we need to explore the life and get as much as exploration as we can get in our life. It is better for us. Like we explore new things, we learn new things, we get new experiences. So life is a box of chocolates. So like if I'm saying like before the very few months ago, like I used to be so depressed with my marks and not feeling good. But now I'm feeling good because like I joined this Toastmaster also. I'm doing graphic designing at the another end also. And also like participating in the NGO work. So like I'm feeling very good of about myself. Like I'm doing other things else than the marks. I'm good in my personal life. I'm not good in marks. That's just perfect. That just not like matter at all. Like I'm just going good with my life, and we never know what we're going to get. Like this time I'm having a good time, but after the few months maybe I'm going to have a bad time too. So we need to prepare for the things that we're going to face in our life, and we cannot imagine what going to be next. So never be depressed what we are facing right now. Just be hope for the best and never give up. Just keep trying on the things, learn the new things, do the new things, and explore yourself and the life as much as you can. So that's what I want to say, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Vaishnavi, for your views.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other guest who wants to participate? Here I can see 3 guests. Guest Kriti. Hello, guest Kriti. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so will you participate?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. So, guest Kriti, your topic is there is no place like home except grandma's. There is no place like home except grandma's. Guest Kriti.
There's no place like home except grandma's. Yeah, this is like every person will like agree to it because home is a place you feel satisfied, you feel like warmth at your home. You travel many places, like you go to various beaches, or you go to Uttarakhand or Himachal, like that, but only for 4 to 5 days. But when you return to your home, you feel the comfort though you get with sitting with your parents, with your brothers and sisters, siblings. You feel that is the most enjoyable moment, I think, for me and for everyone here, I think. And yes, grandma's definitely. She is like epitome of like peace, calmness, because she's the like everyone would agree that grandmas and your mother, father, they are like they support you, they encourage you, you go to places to like find peace, like mountains and all, but the peace you get at your home is like the most valuable thing. And I feel everyone will agree to it. And yes, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Kriti, for your participation. And yes, there is no place like grandma's home. Uh, anyone next who wants to participate? You can raise your hand. Uh, guest Dolly. Hello, guest Dolly, are you here? Will you participate? I think she's not listening to me, maybe. Okay, so I can call the next name. Toastmaster Suraj, will you take a topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So Toastmaster Suraj, keep your friends close, but your enemy closer. Keep your friends close, but your enemy closer. Guest, sorry, Toastmaster Suraj.
Keep your friends close, but your enemy closer. Wow. It is very much essential for all of us, whether you are an individual, whether you are running a company, or whether you are a nation. It is very much essential, right? So that you cannot face face music in a very dire way. Like in sometimes what happens if you are living with your friends, definitely that friend will point out your fault, point out what is wrong with you, what can be wrong with you. Definitely, that is gonna help you. But sometimes, at the other hand, when it comes to enemy, that will keep themselves quiet, and that particular nation or individual will keep gathering your fault, your shortcomings, and that they will be garnering all the things so that they can hit in time of need when they want to take your advantages in case of any kind of competition in when they think that yes, I can have certain uh, definitely certain kind of advantage over anything just to adopt any kind of illegal means, right? Adopting some kind of unfair means. So in our life, I would say that it is very much essential for each one of us that we take care of the people who are living around us. We sometimes what happens, we being frank, we talk a lot with our friends in circle. When some we also feel that in a circle we are there are some person who are not well familiar with us, but still we take them easily and then we talk. That is not gonna be helpful. So sometimes I think being quiet becomes the most powerful weapon for me, and that's why I think I'm an introvert and extrovert in rare cases. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for participating. Uh, next, I'll try to call Dolly again. Hello. Hello, guest Dolly. Can you hear me?
Hello, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. Yeah.
No need to call me ma'am. Just call me Archita. Okay, so will you participate?
Yes, I'll try.
Okay. So, guest Dolly. To win something, sometimes you have to lose something. To win something, sometimes you have to lose something. Guest Dolly.
Mm, Yes, I agree to the statements because when I married to my husband at that time, I had to leave my job and I have to stay with my family to make a good relationship with my new family. And my like previous parents also, because their wish is to serve family rather than work on my job. And I performed my duties for continuously 6 years as a housewife, but now my in-laws shifted to India, and so I again give a chance to myself, and I started a new part-time job in Qatar, and it's just I started this job 1 week ago. So I found that if I want to get something in my life, sometimes I have to lose something. And even I some during this phase, I also uh, like I also face a issue with my daughter's relationship also, because I have to stay with my in-laws for long hours and long times, and I'm not able to give much time to my daughter and my husband. And I was away from them for continuously 3 months, because my mother-in-law had some hand fracture, and my father is also gone through a like major surgery. So I looked after each and every one for 3 months continuously, and I was in India, and my husband and my daughter, they were in Qatar. So at that time I sacrificed my daughter's love and the support of my husband also. So I agree with the statement. Whenever you like at the time, I want to stay with my father and my mother-in-law, so I have to give up their support and their love. So I know this phrase very well, like that. Sometimes we have to lose something to get something. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Archita.
Thank you so much, guest Dolly, for sharing your real life experience related to that topic. Uh, Now I'm left with a few topics. So I request guest Arun Kumar, will you participate? Hello, guest Arun.
Okay. I'm traveling. I will try.
Okay, sure.
Hmm.
Let me share the screen. Guest Arun, friendship is a relief. Friendship is a relief, guest Arun.
Yeah. So a friend is need is
Uh, I think there is some network issue with him. Sir, you're on mute.
sorry.
Yeah.
So there is a saying that a friend in need is a friend indeed. Friends always a pillar of support. Friends we met in the childhood. I guess speaker already told how the childhood we do. Even also in the course we make so many friends in our study time, and also while in the profession, also in the friend circle, also where we staying also. So everywhere the friend is needed. In COVID time, actually, you see, we forget about the relationship, only become a friendship. All the world has survived. Otherwise, there should be a finish actually. So, friends are always we where we can share our thoughts, share our emotions, share our anger, share our frustration, share our also the success, and share our also defeat. So there we will get a counseling and solace, so that we will be stand as strong as for our survival. So friends is required for our day, despite we have a relatives and also our colleagues. Sometimes friends, there is no definition that the friends is only to make, but the peer level, or it may be the even the childs are our friend. Unless you friend right now, you can't win their heart. Even when you work somewhere, also you have to be friendship with the staff. Otherwise, the productivity will not will happen. Now in the era of a digital era, where the young generation Gen X, Gen Z, unless you will be a friendship with them, you cannot work actually. Right now, nobody is like the Basism actually. So friendship is always a pillar of success, pillar of winning the trust, and also it will create a long-lasting relationship. So where be it at house, be it at society, be it at our office, or be it or anywhere actually. If you travel in a short brief, also in a flight or a train, where the friends you will immediately temporary friends you connect it. Just like today I got the Toastmaster. I joined in a offline Lucknow, but due to my paucity of time, I have to travel more. I could not actually. So fortunately, I got somebody's number. Then I called Madam Ankita. Then I got a link. I joined immediately. So these are the friendships that works actually. So friendship is always, again, I will assert that a friend is needs a friend is indeed.
Thank you so much, guest Arun, for joining us and
Thank you,
sharing your
thank you, thank
views
you,
on
thank you.
friendship. So now I'm left with only one topic. Anyone who wants to participate can raise their hand.
Manvi is raising.
Okay. So Toastmaster Manvi. Uh, yeah. Toastmaster Manvi. Both heaven and hell is on the earth. Both heaven and hell is on the earth. Toastmaster Manvi.
Just a second. Like, who will
Yes.
show the timer cards for her? She's a timer.
I could, but I don't have the cards.
I'll do that myself. Don't worry about it. I'll do that.
She is multi-talented. Yeah.
How many of you believe in heavens? Please give a raise of hand. No one. Okay, I got one or two. And how many of you believe in hells? Please give a raise of hand. Majority raised their hand when I asked about the negative situation. And the hands were down when I asked about the heaven, that is a positive place. That's exactly what we are living with in our lives. That is the thought that is breaking us in every single moment. Because we have a habit of seeing the negatives in n number of positive situations. We have a habit of focusing on that small dot on the whole white paper. What about the rest of the paper? What about rest of the environment that we have around us? Table topic master correctly stated both heaven and hell are on earth. And I would say not on earth, but in our mind itself. Whenever we are in a difficult situation, we say, why all this is happening around me? What the hell I did? The word hell, the negative tantrums that we follow, is not within our heart or in the environment, but is in our mind. And what happens when we are in a positive situation? Do we celebrate? Yes, we do. Do we show gratitude? I believe no. And if someone does, they do it at the very last moment after all the celebration is over. That I got this because of that person. It is not about heaven or hell. It is not about the environment, a place, or a situation. It is about the thoughts you have, the thoughts you live your life with, because you and your thoughts makes the surrounding you have. Just imagine you are upset and a small child come in front of you smiling. What happens? We naturally smile. And what if we don't? The small child that came in front of us will get upset. That is how our energies are transferred throughout our surroundings. So, my dear friends and Toastmasters, don't think about whether you'll be going in heaven or in hell. Make yourself, your surroundings, your home a positive, not a heaven, but a positive situation, positive environment where you and your surroundings are happy. Table topic master. Do you want to go to heaven or you want to go to hell? The stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi, that I could not decide where I want to go, or like sometimes I do things which is worth going to heaven, but sometimes I do the things which is worth going to hell as well. So uh so here I end my session by, and at the end, yeah, I request each and every one of you to give a huge round of applause for everyone who all are the audacious table topic speakers who participated and faced the music of the impromptu speaking. Thank you so much, and back to Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Archita, for conducting a wonderful table topic session. And I also thanks to the guests that they participated in it. Thank you for that. So I was talking about the roads. Maybe I give you idea that what I have talked about. I talked about history of roads. I talked about the length of the roads. I talked about the quality of roads, and I talked about the what people are doing it against it. They are protesting or not. So we are having a Chalta attitude in quality of roads, but we have not having Chalta attitudes in the length of the roads. The road network is second to US right now. If India is progressing, it is right now. Maybe in 5 years we can leave them behind also. So what is I'm talking about the potholes, and now I'm going to talk about the speed of the fleets or speed of the vehicles on the roads. So I will, if we compare it around the world, it is lower side, but we have we are the number one in accidents since since 2009. We left China behind and we become number one in the accidents. So can anyone take a wild guess what is the speed limit on the highways? Highest speed limit in India. Can a wild guess? Anyone?
210.
120.
Yeah, right. It is 120. It is 120 in on state highway like on Agra Expressway. It is 100, and you will get the speed ticket. Maybe you will be charged uh, in the next toll if you are speeding more than the 100. So it is 120, and in USA it is 130. So how many roads we have or how many highways we have that the speed limit is 120? It's very few limited highways. But I want to ask one another question, that there is any country who has no speed limit, recommended speed limit, but no upper speed limit. Anyone can guess? Anyone? Wild guess. Okay, it's in Europe. Please guess. It's Europe.
Germany.
Yeah. The Germany is recommended speed of 130 kilometers, but they have no upper limit, unlimited speed, and the accident is much lower compared to the India. So they made those highways in 1930s, before World War era, and because of that, USA is also get a inspiration from there. You see wonderful highways of US. So it happens because of the hard work for the lots of decades, maybe more than 50, 60 decades. They are building those highways, those roads. They are not good in shape in when it is in World War. So in India, there is a dense network. It is good quality of the network, and the why speed is important. Why I'm talking about, because we are we are also having accidents. Why I am talking about the speed? So the fleet, so the trucks, so the lorries from one place to other place go faster compared to the BRICS nation. BRICS nations are Brazil, Russia, uh, South Africa, and China. So, in if we compare ourselves to the nations, then we complete approximately 350 kilometers compared to what they complete 500 kilometers. So, if we have to skate faster, if we have to improve, so we have to improve our road designs. We have to improve our lane speed lanes, so dedicated lanes for trucks. And if someone is breaking it, so we will charge for it. So I'm going to next that the what is the driving sense that we have on Indian roads. I think the driving sense, how many people wear helmet when they driving two wheelers. I think a few people, and maybe because of the traffic police, that traffic police will charge us. That's why, that is the reason, or maybe safety is the reason. But many few people, and how they drive vehicles, they are driving like they are kids. They are just driving like this. They were making cuts. So it is it's like a child's play. But that's why this kind of attitude we are having a highest accident. And the second thing is that we are getting driving license. The process is, what is the process? Many people, everyone knows it, that how many people get driving license on the road, or many people are driving without any driving license because they are not compliance check. So how it is can be improved? That if we compare to China, what is the one thing different from India or China? That they have bobble policies. We have very good policies, but they have action. They have a action. They have implemented very hard those policies, whatever policies they have. But we have so many policies, but we have not implemented, because that's why we have a highest number of accidents on the roads, or people killed in it. Recently, recently a news from Odisha that there is over speeding Scorpio. Uh, there are many news. I am giving just one example. So, what can be done to do that? Means harder compliance, safety system. We have no medical emergency on the highways. If there is any accident on the highways, then there are no medical emergency except few highways. There is there are speed cameras on the few highways, and we have installed speed cameras on those highways after they get completed, or after 3-4 years. There is many less highways which have speed cameras from their beginning, since they are opened it. So our attitude is kind of a thing that we have no driving sense. Many people have it. I am trying. I have not lost anybody means in the driving accident my family one, but I lost one of my colleague. So because of he was wearing a helmet, but he is not, like there is a belt, helmet belt. So he's not clubbed it. So when he went from the when he means he hit in the pole, so the helmet got out, and because of the brain fracture, he died. So why it is happened, means it is happened with everyone. Means everyone has a someone. Some people has given not this is a Chalta attitude. Some people open NGOs. There is a one NGO, Safely Arrives. You can search on the internet. You will get that the person is get paralyzed. After that, he paralyzed, that he started NGO. Because of that, nobody else get what he going through because of the accidents. So the thing is that we have we have great network, we have other things, but we have no implementation of the medical emergency, or we have not implementation of the what I say that the rules. So these things can be become can be become a other things can we develop maybe we develop whatever we develop we become developed nation or whatever it is if uh, we are not modifying our driving attitude. So where we are going means it is not that it is a negative or positive, but we have to look it for it, because if we do not look for it, other also not, because just like someone else will do it, I will not pay attention, I will do what I want. It is just type of that attitude. So I will give you that what it is Chalta attitude about the what inspires me to do this remote session regarding Chalta attitude. So I will tell you later. Before that, I want to call upon journal evaluator Toastmaster Jatin to give us feedback that how we did well with his tag team. Over to you, Timur Jatin. Oh, sorry, General Evaluator Jatin.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you for enlightening us with such great content about what really chalta hai in India, how the roads that enable us to walk and drive on them also drive, are also, and how we drive on them. So, but now it's time for something. Yeah, it's almost 5:25. Time for evening snacks for those who want to have it. This we will not delay much for your evening snack, but before that, we'll provide something that we call at Toastmasters is as the breakfast of the champions, which is feedback, and it comes through this session, which is none other than the most important session, not the most interesting. That was what we had, what Archita conducted, but the most important session of a Toastmasters meeting. It is the evaluation section. Before I proceed with that, we would like to get everybody's votes on who they think was the best table topic speaker. And in order to get those votes, I will be sharing a poll that I would request everyone to vote in. But to confirm who all are eligible for voting, could I check with Timebit Manvi if everybody did qualify? Where everybody was between 1 to 2:30?
I'm really sorry, but the prepared speaker is disqualified, and in the table topic session, three people are disqualified. I, guest Dolly, and guest Arun. Others are qualified.
Okay. So unfortunately, if you have spoken less than, so since we already had one speaker, we Iranians were not voting on that, but it seems that prepared speaker has taken more than the allocated time of 7 minutes and 30 seconds, while the table topic speakers were supposed to speak between 1 minute to 2 minutes 30 seconds, and I am assuming that they have gone overboard. Nobody has spoken less than 1 minute. Oh, Dolly, Arun Kumar, and Manvi are not qualified for voting.
Oh,
But
here I don't know actually the time limit is there.
oh, yes, sir. We did sort of mention that towards the beginning of the session.
I was joined later on actually. That's the. I don't know the rule actually. First time I connected in the middle.
No problem. Yeah, I think the first time for a first time.
Yeah, no problem, no
was
problem.
great.
This was a great experience actually.
Yeah, and you're always more than welcome to participate again and again. That's what this session is
Sure,
for.
sure, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. While you vote for that, please do take 30 seconds and vote for your best table topic speakers amongst the eligible person, so that we can get them an award at the end of the meeting. I would also request you to take this time to share your Toastmaster Manvi and Asanki. Do you have any?
The form you shared is not actually accepting the responses. Can you
It
please
is.
check?
It is now. Are you able to?
Just try once more. Like, the
Uh,
second time I tried and it is accepting.
Just
refresh
refresh
the
it once.
screen. Refresh it.
Yeah. Manvi and Asank, are you able to vote?
Yes, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Uh, okay. At this time, I'd also request you to, as the audience, to share your feedback to the prepared speaker, because like you said, we feed on feedback, and the more feedback that we get, the better inputs we have to help us improve. So if you could share your feedback individually through a direct chat message to Toastmaster Suraj, which will help him improve, that would be really helpful for him. In any case, our prepared speech evaluator, Toastmaster Asank, is now going to present his evaluation of Toastmaster Suraj's speech. So over to you, Asank.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jitin, for yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jitin. I'll start with my evaluation. Congratulations, first of all, Toastmaster Suraj, for completing your level 1 project 4. As the objective stated, you have to deliver this speech. It could have been a same speech, it could have been a different speech, wherein you primarily had to work upon 3 aspects: structuring, tonality, eye contacts. I did evaluate you on those parameters. A few other recommendations as well that I could make a note of, starting with your the structuring part as such. So, and the structuring as well as the eye contact that I felt went hand in hand. With regards to your eye contact, I was able to make a note of that. At times it felt like, even though you might not be referring, like it felt like you were referring to something or some notes, it might be because you might not be looking at the camera. A lot of times what happens is, we are using our laptop, we tend to look at the screen instead of the camera, so it tends to reflect as we are referring to something or the other as such. So that is something that it can be worked upon, wherein you can simply try and look at much as possible, focusing on the camera of your laptops or your mobile phone. That is one feedback. And with regards to the structuring as such, overall I felt you were much better. I heard your previous speech as well. This time the structuring could have was better. The only recommendation with regards to structuring will be towards the conclusion, wherein I felt if there would have been some tonality or some modulation with regards to your voice, and the impact of that conclusion could have gone a long way, like in substantiating the entire speech of 5 to 7 minutes that you delivered. That is the only feedback. Tonality is something I do feel you need to work upon a little more, wherein I felt it was a little, like you can say, it was a simple, what do we say, it was a flat line, it was not moving upwards or downwards with regards to your tonality. You can try to make your tonality or modulation in sync with what you are speaking about. That will be my recommendation. If you might require any more assistance, we can connect one-on-one regarding this, to how to you can take it forward from there. Few other recommendations. You delivered a speech again. This is the second time I heard. Again, the overall structuring was good. We did get the ultimate message. One thing I feel again you can work upon is, you were standing, even though you were standing, but you were a little too close to the camera. Suppose if you would have been a little farther from the camera, that would have been given your hands or some of your like body gestures to maybe just enhance the overall effectiveness of your speech as well, adding to the entire speech, the quality of the speech as such. And one thing again, the virtual background or the blur background at times was hampering the hand gestures. Wherever you were trying to use it, at times it was hampering the hand gestures as well. That's all from my end. Overall, a very well delivered speech, much better than the last time. Just one thing is, you can make a note of the timer as well, the timer cards. That is, we can try to adhere to be within the 4.5 to 7.5 minutes time frame, so that we actually qualify for the voting as well. That will be all from my end. Back to you, general evaluator, to take it forward from here.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asank, for providing encouraging feedback to the prepared speaker. I'll leave that part as with the presiding officer, because that's the job of presiding officer to announce that. So we will come to that, and that's a surprise for what is going to happen. So please remind me if I forget. But moving on with the tag team evaluations, the Eagle Eye role players. First, Eagle Eye role player I'd like to invite to this virtual dice for sharing the report is Grammarian Devika. Over to you.
So, thank you, General Evaluator. So, the word of the day and the was used by Toastmaster Archita, and the phrase of the day is used by Toastmaster Shubham and Toastmaster Suraj. And there was some improper grammatical usage. Like someone has said, there is very few people. Instead you should have said there are very few people. Such an activity, such a activity. At the other hand, it should be on the other hand, but we protested for it. It was a question, so we avoid the in question framing. We avoid using the word but. So had we protested against it, if you are speeding more than 100, if your speed limit is more than 100, and the good usage were ounce of time, pivotal, striving, epitome, and the good thought was you and your thoughts mix surrounding. And that's all from my side. And over to you, Genevieve.
Thank you, Devika, for helping us improve upon or get a command on the language that we use as a medium of communication in Toastmasters meeting. And for this meeting, it's English. Moving on, another role player who would help us further in this aspect is our R counter, Toastmaster Shubham. Over to you.
Yeah, this is, I am ready with my report. Just let me share my screen. Yeah. So here's my report. First, let's start with Toastmaster Suraj, our suggested items for the day. You used no filler sound, no filler phrase, and there were no repetitive words. Your hand gestures were good, your body gesture, your hand gestures were good. Then our Toastmaster Jatin, our G, General Evaluator and Presiding Officer, you use 5 plus us, and your filler word was so. And one thing you can work upon, like your camera position, like your hand movements and hand gestures are not visible. So you can work upon that. You can keep your laptop or phone like this so that we can see your hand gestures. Next, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster, you did a great job. The filler sound was 5 plus us and 5 plus The filler word you used was I think and but, and the repetitive word you used was 10 plus so and for 5 plus but. Your hand movements were very good. You were using your hands in a very right way. Our next role player, Toastmaster Manvi, the timer, you didn't use any filler word, any filler phrase, and any repetitive word was not there. Kudos to you on that. After that, Toastmaster Devka, our grammarian, you didn't use any filler sound. Yeah, you used one filler word that was so, and that was a repetitive word also, and you used it for 5 plus times. The speaker of the day, you did a great job. It was a great speech, Toastmaster Suraj, and the filler sound, you only used one and it kudos to you on that. It was, you have a great command on pause. The filler word you used was, the filler phrase you used was and I used to, and you used 5 plus times, and your hand movements were very good. It was great. Our next role player, Toastmaster Asank, the evaluator of our speaker. You only, like when when you were introducing the speaker and when you gave your table topic speech, you were great. Like you didn't use any filler sound. You have the command on pauses very well. But like when you are giving the evaluation speech, you use one so yeah, like you only use one kudos to you on that. You didn't use any filler word or filler phrase. The repetitive word you used was again, you used it 3 times, 3 plus times. And one suggestion to you also, you can your hand movements were also not visible. You were very close to the camera, only we can see this part of your body. So I think you were holding a phone, or I don't know what, but you can work upon that. Our next role player, the Toastmaster Rachita, to our table topic master, the great table topics. The filler sound was you use 5 plus the filler word was okay and so, and repetitive word was so. You use it for 2 times. Okay. The next page, let's come to our table topic speakers. Our first speaker, Toastmaster Asank. Again, you did a great job in this. You didn't use any filler sound, filler phrase, or you didn't use any repetitive word. Again, you can work upon the camera positioning. The second speaker, guest Vaishnavi, like you are a great speaker. You didn't use any filler sound. You only use filler word so and like, and the repetitive word was the same. So and like, you use 5 plus so and 5 plus like. Your hand movements were good. Your hand gestures were good. Next speaker, Toastmaster guest Kriti. You use 5 plus. The filler word was like and I think. The repetitive word you used was 3 plus I like. And I was not able to see your hand movement. Sorry. Our next speaker, the speaker of the day, also Toastmaster Suraj. You did a great job. Again, you didn't use any filler word, filler sound, and repetitive word. You had good command on pauses, and we all can learn from you. And your hand movements again were like just commendable. It's what was very your hand movements were very good. Our next speaker, guest Ollie, you used three and 2 hours, and you didn't use any filler word or repetitive word. Our second last speaker, guest Arun, you use 5 plus. Your filler word was so and you know, and the repetitive word was also so. You use 5 plus. And our last table topic speaker, Toastmaster Manvi, again did a great job. You didn't use any filler sound, only you use a filler word that was so. And you also have a great uh, hand gestures, and it was a very nice speech. This was all my report. And back to General Evaluator.
I'm at loss of words because Subham has spoken so many while pointing out the unnecessary words that we should not have been using in our speech. So thank you so much for such a detailed report. Again, last but not least, our last role player for amongst the tank team is Timer Manvi. Could you please share your report?
Thank you so much, Journal Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests present here. I am sharing my report on the screen, and I'll not go with the disqualifications, but the people who qualified today. So for the table topics, Toastmaster Sankhya took 1 minute 37 seconds, guest Vaishnavi took 1 minute 21 seconds, guest Priti took 1 minute 8 seconds, and Toastmaster Suraj took 2 minute 18 seconds. Coming to Toastmaster Asankhya as the evaluator, he took 3 minutes and 8 seconds for the speech evaluation. Now the top 3 role players, that were TMOD Toastmaster Abhinav, throughout the meeting till now took 20 minutes and 21 seconds. This is the breakdown. In the starting, he took 7 minutes. Before calling the table topic master, he took 4 minutes 38 seconds. And before calling the general evaluator, he took 9 minutes and 42 seconds. Table topic master throughout the meeting took 23 minutes. And to all the disqualified people, including me, I'll try my best to be on time from the next time, and I'll request everyone to please make sure about the cue cards that we show in the meeting, because somewhere or the other, timer cards even help us in our real life to be on time, to manage time. So please be mindful, because this is a skill that we are learning in Toastmasters. That was all. As for the timer report from my side, General Evaluator, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Manvi. Thank you, Manvi, for sharing that visually enticing report as well. Before I proceed with my feedback for the entire meeting and the role plays, I would now like to share the poll for the best Eagle Eye role play amongst the tag team, which is Timer, Arc Counter, and Grammarian. request everyone to vote for their favorite role play who you think did the best job in the meeting. Please let me know if there are any issues with the poll. Kindly take 30 seconds to put down or submit your votes. Okay, so I see what's coming in. Now I would like to proceed, and I assume that the timer is timing the roll time taken by me, going by her report. So I'll try to be as succinct as possible. Thank you everyone for this wonderful meeting. Let's start with the role plays right from the top. We're starting with our Sergeant Arms, Toastmaster Suraj. Good way to start the speech with an audience call for action, that is unmute yourself, turn on your video, and ask them to clap. So you got at least my attention as to why are you asking me to unmute yourself, because generally Sergeant Arms tell people to please keep on mute and only don't make any noise. So that's the other way around. Good way to do that. You also had a code on your PPT. You updated your PPT, so that was job well done. I would. This is I believe only a third time doing it. You've just started this cycle and you have taken up Sergeant Tom's. I would like you. I'd like to challenge you. Just like you to challenge yourself by bringing in more energy and utilize that wonderful smile of yours when introducing, because that really sets the tone for the whole meet. If you would like to take inspiration, take it from yourself when you did the spontaneous table topic session. You can go back and check your how you conducted that session or on our YouTube channel. The way you did that is what we would like to have for like you to do that in every single meeting when you open that. So even for others who would really like to know the real true Suraj, please go to our YouTube channel and look at our recording of the spontaneity table topic section organized by Suraj himself. Moving on to our presiding officer, who is just doing okay. He forgot to acknowledge our ACGD, so that's a problem. He'll remember it going forward. But I think he was decent enough to acknowledge the guests and welcome everyone. Thank you, Shubham, for sharing the YouTube channel link. Please do click on that and see if you look at the wonderful speeches and meetings that we have conducted in the past. Toastmaster of the day, wonderful meeting in terms of the research, the well-researched content that you have in today's meeting. There's so much information in there. You we were not sure as to what exactly what you are going to talk about. That you explained very well in the you really got us going. You got us chaltaing in your chalta hai attitude theme with, and you picked the good point was that you picked one particular aspect of that thing, which is roads, and talked all about that. You had the intro to the theme with the video, really engaging. Again, which was related to roads because it was all about driving. You also had you also kept on asking a couple of questions to the audience, kept them so it kept try to make the session as interactive as possible. Couple of aspects to improve on it further is try to, as the timer pointed out, you took 20 minutes in the session, which generally is not the time allocated to TMOD. You need to be more precise, and it would be great if you could connect it to the sessions. So your evaluation of Indian roads could have been something just before the general evaluation session and say, okay, the roads are good, this is what we have, we don't have Chalta hai attitude in terms of our density, but what about quality? And then you evaluate the quality and say, okay, in order to evaluate the session, we have general evaluation section. So that's how you connect it to the session as well. You keep it engaging, saying that, okay, what's coming next? What is he going to talk about? So that way you first talk about road preparation. Sher Shah Suri prepared the road. We prepared this much report. Impromptu, thinking on the feet. How can, what aspect of that your theme is related to impromptu? Connect it to your theme. So that keeps it more lively. And couple of logistics points is you definitely need to be prepared. If going forward, we will try to be prepared with the agenda. We coming up with a new agenda so that everybody is aware of what the agenda is, and take role player intro beforehand, so that also if is wonderful. If everybody tries to do it along the theme, it really puts everybody thinking and also creates more fun in the meeting if we have it everything around the theme. Role player intro, when you introduce the next role player, and also the role players themselves talk about the theme. So, but overall, job well done. I believe I have only seen you doing this the second time, and there's grand improvement in how it was done the earlier way. So I hope you can always take it to the next level. The general evaluator, again, spoke a lot, should have been more succinct. He did introduce the role players. He had intros from beforehand for some of the role players, but not for everyone. So he should have got the role players, all role players intro, but because the role was taken at the last time, unfortunately, could not. So apologies to Toastmaster Manvi, who's a timer, because he didn't have his intro at all. Her intro, sorry. But he did talk about the theme, talk about the role players and the evaluation section. So decent job there. Now, the table topics master, Archita, that's an example where you can really set the mood of the meeting just by being there and smiling at people to have them attempt come to this come to onto the virtual dais, come to onto the stage and attempt these topics which really people are scared of. People are scared of. Number one fear is public speaking, but impromptu public speaking, I speak by example, I speak by experience rather, is how scary it can be. So that smile itself sets a tone and welcomes everyone to you, and you were able to do that with all the guests actually participate in the meeting. So kudos to you and job well done. Well, you could have done one thing is you had positive comments in between those speeches as well, but sometimes it got so aligned with you calling the next speaker, it really was sort of an afterthought, or you missed out on that. So your encouraging comments, try to segregate them, that when you're talking about encouraging comment for a speaker who has just delivered, and when you're calling the next speaker, segregate that. It's clearly evident to the person that you're encouraging and calling upon, so that that doesn't get missed out. Also, the timing aspect, I believe you mentioned 30 seconds on either side. It's just 30 seconds on the towards the end. It's 1 to 2:30. So 1 to 2 is the regular time. There's only 30 seconds grace on the towards the end. So that you have has to be clearly specified. And also, I believe you asked the audience to utilize the word and phrase of the day, which you could also repeat. If let's say there are 7-8 speakers and after 4 speakers nobody is using it, you can remind them again. That ways we encourage people to use that. But overall job well done, and that we see from the quality of table topics speeches that we had today. Since there is no table topics evaluator, I would like to give a quick and succinct feedback about the table topic speeches. I'll try to generalize it without going one by one, and try to generalize it, combine the feedback as much as possible. So first of all, table topic speeches are like a prepared speech, just smaller. So instead of 5 to 7 minute speeches, they're just 1 to 2 minutes, but they still have to have an opening, body, and conclusion around a central theme, a central message, which generally comes from the topic being given. And in what I have learned from my mentors and from people, senior Toastmasters, is generally you have to have 3 C's in any speech, including table topic speech, if that is impromptu speech, is concern for audience, credibility about what you're speaking, how credible are you about your message that you're conveying, and lastly, your conviction, how much conviction are you showing with which we are delivering that message. So that being said, first, talk about opening one. A couple of good examples of openings, like our Arun Kumar. He started with a quote, which was "Friend in need is a friend indeed," and then your timer, or rather Toastmaster Manvi, she started by asking a question to the audience. So that was a good opening in terms of engaging the audience. Slightly different instead of just repeating the topic, which generally you're not supposed to. If you're just wasting time if you're repeating the topic, unless you really have something to add to it, or you're jumping into some generic information, which should be avoided as much as possible because it's a short speech. So that's why Dolly's start, which immediately jumped into the example, immediately jumped to the story, was also engaging because you really was, we were not really talking, there was no generic information which people could sometimes lose track of. The body part, which also contributes to the credibility, comes up from a example, either your personal example or from example that you've seen that really relates to the message. And that, like I said, Dolly did immediately jump into her life story. So that was very genuine, very credible, because we could feel it in her voice. At that time, I think her video was not on, but we could feel it in her voice and her story that she was speaking from heart. Same thing goes for Vaishnavi, who also said, okay, I have been involved in Toastmasters, I have been involved in graphics course, and etc. etc. So those are personal examples that said, yes, you really are connected to the message, and you are giving us a personal example of how you are related to the message or connected to the message that you're conveying to the audience. In terms of conviction, that comes from how you enunciate, and that the enunciation part I feel was really great with Toastmaster Manvi again. Her just the energy that she demonstrated in the tabletop speech and her timer role as well that we'll talk about was really great. So that she really was showed the conviction in conveying the message. Others were confident as well, like Asankhya, Vaishnavi, Kriti. They were confident, while so Kriti was well paced in her speech. She was going smooth, but I felt that Toastmaster Asankhya and Vaishnavi were going a bit too fast. If you could pace your speech by slowing it down and letting the audience grasp what you're saying, that would be really great. You both had contextual examples, so sort of building upon that example by slowing it down, that would be really helpful. That's overall for table topics speakers. Now coming to our Eagle Eye role plays timer. Like I said, Manvi, first of all, thank you. Very grateful to you for taking the job last minute and doing a wonderful job at that. You had the backgrounds ready. You explained your doing backgrounds. You explained the grace timing. You had great energy when you were speaking. You had a good report, which was visually clean, and you immediately pointed out people could find out what they are looking at. So without too much clutter on that. And I was not expecting this, but also you time the role plays, which is really wonderful. The next level of the timer would be if you could time the entire meeting. But since you took the job last minute, well, we do not expect you to do that. Overall job well done. Our counter again utilize a visual aid. You had both lexical and non-lexical fillers. Explain the lexical and non-lexical fillers, which is good because generally people just focus on ums and the words, but you also talk about gestures and things like that. And you had a very detailed report. Challenge for you is to make it more interesting. So you had a lot to say. How can you make it more interesting? Build a story around it, or connect it to the theme, both in your intro and in your report. And that goes for every role player. Is how do you connect to the theme? That's the easiest way to create more fun. And slow down. You had a lot of content, so I believe you could slow down as well. Grammarian, you had a very precise intro and report. It's like to the point, and that's pretty much it. You utilize the visual aid, need more energy in it. Need smile. You also have a good smile, Devika. We need that to see that smile. So yes, and encourage the speakers to utilize your word and phrase of the day. Like I said, if table topics master is forgotten, or if you don't find people using it, after every section, remind them to use it through chat. That brings me to the end of my report with, because our time is already pointing at over time, and I have spoken a lot. Overall, a wonderful meet. Great job, well done, everyone. Thank you so much for that, for making this so wonderful. I would now like to share a poll for, no, not now, afterwards. So I would now like to hand the meeting back to our Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Abhinav.
So I'm back. Good evening once again. So I am telling about that what inspired me uh, to research about it or to get it. So there is a one book, Chalta India. There is a book by Alpesh Patel. If anyone would like to read it, it is available on online, and I think there is no audio. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, it is with me, and I want to show it. Chalta hai India. Okay, it is getting blur little bit. So you can search on it about it, that what it is. It is also related to education, sports, and he is also provide the solutions that how we can achieve it. So based on that, I have done my research. I have taken points from this book, and what is Chalta hai that it is important that we as a team, instead of focus on our responsibilities, I focus on I, so that the teamwork is going to do better. Means if the one person is going to do not take his responsibility, so the whole team will suffer. So this is the central message of this theme, that Chalta attitude. What it it is not that one person is suffering, so other one is not leaving it. Okay, go. So it is this is the central I want to give. Over to General Evaluator TM Jatin, Toastmaster Jatin. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinav. Oh my God, I'm back again. But before we move on, first, I'd like to request everyone to put your hands together for our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Abhinav, for such a great meeting, which had so much information for us and knowledge that we could learn from today. Thank you. Thank you, Manvi, for sharing this report. And now I would also like to share the poll for best Lionheart role player. That is the people who have taken up the big roles in our meeting, is just Toastmaster of the Day, Table Topics Master, and General Evaluator. Please vote for the best role player according to you. Let me know if you face any issues. And for those who have not voted for the table topic speaker yet, please do that as well, because I see more responses on the role player poll than the table topic speaker. Just want to make sure that everybody has their opinion counted. And while people vote for it, I would now like to invite a couple of guests to share their opinion and as to how did they feel about the meeting and whether they have any suggestions for improvement. So let's start with somebody. I see Dolly ma'am has her video open, so if you could please share your opinion. What do you feel of today's meeting? Do you have any thoughts for us on how could we improve?
Uh, thank you, Toastmaster Jatin. And uh, I like it very much because I face the issue of speaking with others. Much pretty good to talk to my daughter and my husband in this language, but I feel very hesitate when I speak to others. So, so many friends in my husband's circle, so they say they speak like that. I'm not having good pronunciation, and I'm not able to speak with others in this language. So mostly I communicate with them sometimes in Hindi, and sometimes I used to speak in this language. But when I come to know this about this platform from Suraj, so then I thought I also gave chance to watch what people are doing on this platform and how they will improve, and how they like communicate with others, and how they will overcome their fears and hesitations. And today's my first day, and I enjoyed a lot, and I come to know that this platform is very good for those who are hesitant about their speaking, and about their like facial expressions and gestures, because one of them I am also like I felt like that, and I feel like that my like facial expressions are not good, and I'm not able to communicate well, and my pronunciation is also bad. So thank you so much, Suraj, and thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatin, for encouraging people on this platform. And I love that platform a lot. Like, I want to join this platform. I don't want to I don't want to take more time for reviewing and all. Like, I want to join this platform. So could you please explain the process?
Sure. So if you could, if you can share your number with our Vice President membership, she's Archita. If you could share, she can reach out to you and explain the process to join the club. Or what you could do is you could also, or Archita, if you can connect with Dolly and chat and then get her details.
Yes, I'll connect
For
with her
everybody's
after the
benefit,
meeting.
sorry?
I will connect after the
Yeah.
meeting.
Or you can connect to the chat now and then get the number and then connect later. And Shubham, could you, I request you to share the link to all our social media channels so that people can follow those as well. Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, where you will receive all the notifications of our meetings, the summaries, happenings, and even recordings of speeches. Moving on, we have our another guest who has video turned on is Kriti. Kriti, what are your thoughts?
So it was a really good experience. Actually, I wasn't aware of this Toastmasters. I recently got to know, and today I felt like the major problem is like we don't have the confidence to speak because in at our homes we talk in English only, in Hindi only. So here we can interact in English, and at least we can improve ourselves. Like I think today was my first day, so on the second day maybe I'll be able to improve a little bit, but at least it will like increase my confidence to speak in front of public. So earlier I used to be very hesitant, like ma'am also said that, and so I think I'll be able to improve a little bit only, but a small step is better than no step at all. So I think it was a good day. Actually, it was a really good experience.
Great. And we hope that since you like this experience, you would come back again and again to experience the same and even participate more in our sessions.
Definitely, sir. Surely I'll participate. I think next Sunday we'll be having this, so definitely I'll be there.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, do follow. If you follow our social media channels, you will get to know about when you will get an updates on what time and what the next event is all about. We have a couple of more people. I think Vaishnavi dropped off, so that's fine. Arun Kumarji, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here actually.
Yes,
So
sir.
today it was a great experience. I will thank to Archita for giving the link in the middle. I joined actually. And here actually I have also invited some of my friends actually. They are also one of Dr. Ravind has joined actually. So as a group also we are doing some group activity with a different platform. There also we are practicing the speak like CEO. And there we heard the name that Toastmaster actually. But we are because we are working somewhere, we are not getting time. But even though I know that there is offline, just locally, so offline. But we because of paucity time could not get there. But this today I joined in the middle. I don't know the rules also. Without knowing the rules, I drived it actually. So breaking the rule also, it has happened. The rule also I don't know. But it is a good platform. I saw that from that some one topic was discussed by some of the Toastmaster of the day and the general evaluator, the grammar correction, the moderator, and the table topic, various impromptu talks. All things are there. So this is no doubt a way of personality development, and also it will actually crack the fear of speech actually. So I also learned something, the repetition of words and what that do not to be taken, and this will a good platform to those who are trying to improve their speaking ability and also public speaking endeavors. So I have a group actually. I will share this thing actually because we are very long searching for a online. Fortunately, I get from somewhere in the that offline source actually. They told that online is there. So good. I wish you all the best actually in your endeavor, and there are a lot of people are here coordinating and making this event very successful. And definitely, this is a very good platform, I can tell. And you know, the toast is not unless it was properly baked and with the tops will not taste well. So you are making a very good toast for the people to speak well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for those nice words. I see that you are already utilizing a lot of metaphors to make your speeches interesting, and I hope you can continue joining us to participate in subsequent sessions along with your group. Thank you inviting Dr. Arvinda to join. I believe he joined late, so I'm not sure if he really got the gist of the entire meeting, but if you have any comments, please share. If not, we'd like to have you in the next meeting as well. Last but not least, we would just welcome our ACGD, founding member of the club, to share his views of what did he feel about joining our meeting again.
Thank you so much, presiding officer Toastmaster Jatin. So it was a wonderful experience. I'm taking up another role, the role of speech evaluator. So I tried to, this is something we all are learning. When I try to better myself as an evaluator. Last time I remember I took up the role of general evaluator. So another great speech. The best part today was I felt we almost all ends were covered. Like the meeting holistically was like one of the best ones I have attended till date. So kudos to the entire executive committee on executing it and all the members who took up roles and the guests who participated for executing it in such an efficient manner today. That's all from my side. Toastmaster Jatin, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sanki. And unfortunately, as G could not justify a job of giving feedback to the evaluator because of lack of time. Unfortunately, timer was right at the top of his head, so couldn't do that. Maybe we could share it offline as well. But now it's time for awards. As Toastmasters, we have, and participants in this meeting, we all have been very audacious, that is willing to take the risk to come onto this virtual dais, give speeches, take up roles, and give feedback without being too audacious. That is, without being too offensive or at least or offensive at all to anybody, being encouraging in their feedback, and that deserves commendation. That deserves appreciation, and that appreciation is in the form of awards. Everybody here is a winner, but the award is just giving to people who receive the most votes, because this is democracy after all. So let's start with our wait. Are there any last minute votes pending, lagging? If not, I'll just jump into the certificates. Let me share my screen for that. Okay, where is it? Right. So the first award is for the best table topic speaker. Are there any guesses?
Toastmaster
Archita,
Manvi,
you're on mute. Sorry?
Toastmaster Manvi, or Asankhya, or
The Manvi
Vaishnavi.
was disqualified. We're not paying
Okay,
attention.
sorry.
Points
Yeah,
cut on
yeah.
that.
Vaishnavi, the
Toastmaster
guest speaker.
Vaishnavi.
Sorry?
Toastmaster Asankhya.
Okay. And Kriti, you had something?
I think Vaishnavi, the guest speaker.
Okay, cool. But Shubham, I hope we did not find Manvi in the poll, because she wasn't there. But it was Vaishnavi, so
No, I
Vaishnavi.
was I was thinking about the speech, like who did better. So on that I was, yeah, Vaishnavi.
Okay, cool. All right. Can you take a quick screenshot of the picture?
Vaishnavi, can you please switch on your
Vaishnavi
camera?
got dropped off.
Okay.
She's not there in the meeting
Okay.
anymore. All right. Our next reward or award is for the best Eagle Eye role play amongst the tag team, Timer, our counter, and Grammarian. Any guesses there?
Toastmaster Shubham.
Shubham.
This time, best. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about, just spotlight yourself and take a picture. Congratulations.
Thank you. Done.
All right. And the last award is for the best Lionheart role player of the day amongst the TMOD, TTM,
Toastmaster
and
Jatin.
G. Any more guesses?
Toastmaster Abhinav.
Okay. No, it's our table topics master. Archita, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Sorry. Thank you.
Okay, I think Toastmaster Jatin is got some work or anything. Toastmaster Jatin, are you there?
Actually, we have one more guest, Dr. Arvind Kumar. He joined us today for the very first time. So, Dr. Arvind, you want to share some words with us?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's a platform. I want to join from previously. We are having one civil group. So we are doing spread reading and memory mastery. Every some new things are connecting the morning group. So I will thank to Arun sir. Yes, given link in the let. I have joined in five. I think 5:30, 35 I have joined. So it's a great platform. And thanks to all. I will be glad to join the group. Thank you.
So
I
we
guess
have our
Toastmaster
general
Jatin,
evaluator back.
I'm no longer the general evaluator, but
the presiding officer,
Okay, our presiding officer,
closing
right?
presiding officer.
so I'd request, I think we should do that more often, but if not already, I think we should have one more picture. If I request everyone to turn on the video and do some good gestures so that we can have a group pic for our social media channels. Yeah. Manvi, please turn on your video. And Molly ma'am and Arun Kumar sir. Manvi? He's only changing a reaction all the time. Okay, so in count of three, do your favorite gesture, favorite emoticon, favorite thing, and then we'll take a group pic. So 1, 2, and 3. One more. Everybody say friendly neighborhood Toastmasters.
Toastmaster.
Thank you.
Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. It's all because of the flag bearers of Toastmasters community and club in general, like Suraj, who through which Dolly ji got to know about our club, or Archita, who's our vice president membership, and wonderful posters and flyers by our vice president public relations, the handsome Shubham Sinha, through which we have more and more, we are able to connect to more and more people who are not only who present a different perspective, give us a different unique perspective in really blend in the diversity that is in our country into our clubs as well. And we hope more of that continues. With this, I'd like to call upon our SA Suraj to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you so much, President Toastmaster Jatin. And again, thank you so much for guiding all the Toastmasters and guests present here. And again, I would say that we all enjoyed today's session, and I hope today's guests have also enjoyed the session, and I hope they will also join back us again. And thank you all again. Thank you so much.